and welcome all. Good morning. Happy Miracle Monday morning. I'm your host and facilitator, Dr. Elwanda Bennett, here with my esteemed colleague and friend and mentor. Her name is Lady Patricia Anderson, and she's got some fantastic news for us today that she's going to share. And we're going to unpack a lesson together today.
Happy,
Welcome.
blessed, manifesting, make it happen, marvelous Monday, everybody. I'm just so grateful to be here today. We are back with love and business and leadership. So I'm excited about that. I just want to tell you guys this Saturday, yes, it's happening. Saturday, February the 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. Love and business empowerment and networking event will be held here in Houston in the Museum District, and it will be from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Come on out. We have an empowerment speaker who is Dr. Elwanda Bennett. We'll have some great icebreaker and networking games. We will have some gifts, some giveaways. So come on out, be a part. It is going to be at the Clayton Library in the Carriage House. And so we're so excited to have you guys there. The information is scrolling down at the bottom of the screen, how you can register. It is absolutely free. And we want you to come out, network, and just be a part of what is happening now for your future.
Lady P, I want you to tell our audience and our listening people and our partners that are online with us our why. Why are we even doing this? We want to empower the leaders, but they don't know why we're interested in it. I want to give you the floor so you can explain to them what's our why.
Well, our why is so that you can just keep going. In this season, a lot of people are giving up. A lot of people are stagnant. A lot of people are just don't know what to do. So we want to help you, give you some tools so you can be successful in the future, not just successful in the future, but successful right now. Your future is right now. Every day is a brand new day, and we want to help you on your journey there. And so we both, I'm a business and leadership coach along with a lot of different things. And Dr. Elwanda is the AI queen. She speaks all these different languages. She has a university online. She does a lot of things for the community. So we want to educate, prepare you to execute for your future.
Thank you, Lady P. One of the things we wanted to do is help people get ready, be ready so they don't have to get ready. You told me that was Pastor Chica Hunt, right?
Nope,
That took
that's
us that.
Dr. Bishop Connie Stewart.
Thank you for
Stay
reminding me.
ready so you don't have to get ready.
Stay ready because we
Yes,
know that things are about to change significantly in terms of who's going to be in the job market. A lot of people will get laid off, furloughed, dismissed, um, whatever reason, displaced. And we want to equip people with the tools to lead where they are right now.
absolutely, absolutely. And you guys, it changes and it shifts. And so the first thing is your mind. You have to shift your mind to be open to the shift. So we have some great things that you might not even realize that you do to help you pivot to do something different.
I love how you said pivot because a lot of people don't realize, especially if we're mid career, that the opportunity to pivot exists every day.
Yeah,
Every day we get to choose what we change into, right?
absolutely.
The one thing that you and I have been talking about was the ladder of accountability and the map of consciousness.
Yes,
And we were talking about the ladder, and we have one for you guys to look at. And if you email me at teams@alwanda.com, or either if you write Lady P at contact ladypandassociates.com, ask her for that ladder. She has a copy that she'll send to you, or the
absolutely.
map of consciousness. She'll send you either one. And if you want to meet with her further, you should make a meeting with her because she'll be able to help you develop your career in such a way that you can benefit from it. I would like to share it with you. And one of the things we talked about while we were doing this, we're like, oh, it's far too small, but we still want to give you a major lift to your life. And we think this is a major lift to your life because when you hear people talking, it reveals to you where they are on the ladder.
Absolutely.
She had given us what last week you were talking to us about our listening skills, right? Right, Lady P?
Absolutely. Being an active listener, being a participant in communicating with anybody or someone communicating with you. And a part of that is being an active listener.
This particular item will give you some listening cues. What are we listening for precisely? That's what makes this a really good tool. And I am working to pull it up so I can share it with you all. It's not treating me kindly today, Lady P.
Well, let's just talk about the great divides, the two zones.
Okay, that's good.
You know,
Oh,
go ahead.
yes, I like that. I like that. Oh, I got smart for a second. I know another way I could do it. Something made me smart. How about that? I'm going to share my screen and then I can show it bigger because that was our concern is that it wasn't very large. I'll share this window. Now I can share this with you. All right, Lady P. Thank you for your kindness here. Here we go. And I don't know, can you see it, Lady P?
There is very small for me. So
Okay,
yeah,
then let me see if I can enlarge it. That's
yeah,
what I want to do.
yeah, enlarge it.
Oh, look,
Because
it's
that's
letting me.
yeah.
It's letting me. Good, good.
Hopefully the audience can see it. And so
There you go. It's letting me do it with my mouse. But let's talk to them first about the two zones,
yes, the victim zone and the
right?
accountability zone. So I'm gonna give the floor to you, Dr. Elwanda.
Well, in the victim zone, just to be clear, it's what you're saying, it's how you're characterizing it. So if you start off by blaming others, that is the wrong way you want to be dealing. You're operating below the line. Those are victim behaviors, and you are a victor. So you have to be accountable. So when someone's saying be accountable, that means that they've heard you blame others. And then you have personal excuses. Those are a different sort. That's where you go, oh, this happened to me and that. Then if you use the word I can't a lot, not a good place for you to be. I can't means you're saying that I do not have the capability. And if you do that, there's a reason you ask for help. If you find that you lack the capability, you can go out and get it. The next thing is to wait and hope. And sometimes people think, and I'm in the space, I am a practicing Christian. And when I say wait and hope, we wait and hope in the law, but he said faith without works is dead. So he don't mean just sit there and be waiting and hoping. He's giving you license to work and to act in the time while you're waiting. He don't want you to just sit there and be on freeze. That's a victim behavior. We are victors. And faith without works is dead. So we got to do some works. But these are the works that God tells us to do. And then, more importantly, at the top in the accountable behaviors, and I just want you to see that better. The first thing with the victim behaviors, things happen to you. Accountable behavior says, hey, things happen because of you.
Mhm.
So, above the line behavior is acknowledging reality. Things are tough. Perhaps you lost your job. Perhaps you've been reassigned to a new place. Perhaps something difficult is happening in your life. You just acknowledge the reality of it. Things are
Abs-
not going well. And I believe that Lady P could add to that, like you have a reality, and then you embrace it, you find solutions, and lastly, you make it happen.
yes, yes. So for me, I've gone through these phases, so I can actually speak to it,
Okay, let me
especially
let me
with.
make you larger. Let me let them see you. I want them to see you, Lady P. So tell them about your journey.
My journey has not always been, I've struggled in my journey. So now I'm no longer struggling in my journey. I am making sure that I'm speaking positive things to myself about myself and about what it is that I want to do. So the journey of struggle, it is in your mind, changing your mindset of how you think and why you think this and why you can't do this if you don't have enough resources. So it's like, oh, I don't have enough resources to do this. I don't have time to do this. This is what's holding me up. My children, my family. You have all these different excuses although it may be uh, the truth, but it may not be factual in every way. And so we have to look at things differently. And so, oh yes, I can do that. I want to do that. I will do that. I will. I can, and I must do that. Got that from Eric Thomas.
Okay.
And so I think a lot of times, in my journey, I looked at when something negative happened to me, I had to look at how can I twist that to something positive? How can I shift that? Because it's yes, it's true, it happened to me, but what are the benefits that I can get out of it? Because the most successful people in the world have fallen 9, 10, 20, 100 times before they hit success, but they don't look at their failures as a failure. And that's what we have to look at. It's not a failure, it is an opportunity to grow and to learn. So when something happens to you that seems to be traumatic, you have to shift your mindset and say, okay, now what can I benefit from this? How can I pivot? How can I move differently? It didn't work this way, so how can I move in a different way? And so that's been my journey, learning how to pivot, learning how to move in a different way. First of all, having it in my mindset first, shifting my mindset to know that it is possible and to believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself first before anybody else going to believe in you. So,
I remember having a piece of paper I printed out that said, "Your attitude determines your altitude."
mm-hmm,
Your attitude determines how you go. And I remember having dropped out of school, had my GED for many years, and for years I would get rejected because I didn't have a bachelor's. I didn't have anything. And I worked for like, what, 10, 15 years. And then after that, I got kind of tired of being put away because they were like, "Oh, no, 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 you don't have it. You don't have it." Couldn't get a regular job because I didn't have a bachelor's. So finally, I go to school. And I tell you, I got into that job scene. I'm like, this is the brokest I'd have never been. Why did I even let them fool me? I mean, I was naturally smart and ordained by God to do certain things. And I was like, I was walking in my natural gift, making bundles of money. But I wanted the respect of others. I wanted them to esteem me. I wanted them to recognize that I had these infinite intellectual powers that God had granted to me. And I was like, this stuff that I went to school for, I was like, oh, Lordy, I done made myself stupid messing with this here. What did I do? What did I do? Because I was naturally smart. So God made me naturally smart. I went out here to get the paperwork for them to believe I was smart because a lot of stuff I would tell them, they'd be like, there ain't no way. And I'm like, yeah, there's a way. He done made a way. I know how to do these things. And when I went off and got the certifications and the degrees and everything, that and $5 will get you Starbucks because the people not gonna respect you. You have to respect yourself first.
absolutely.
Because you
Yes.
can't get into the workplace and they'll treat you like a bum. They don't care what you got behind your name. They'll
Yeah.
treat you crazy. But you have
Hmm.
to be willing to understand that the gift is within you. And it's what you believe about yourself that's most important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Credentials are just that. They are the credentials. They will get you into the door. How you keep going, because I know a lot of people with degrees, and yeah. And so it's a piece of paper that shows that you stayed on the path to learn. And so you were willing to sacrifice and to learn. So credentials can work for you and against you, because some people are jealous that you have those credentials and you may have more credentials than your current boss. So you got to think about those things too. And I hear your story very well, because I listen, and I, no judgment zone, of course, because I honor you, Dr. Elwanda. You got plenty of degrees behind your name, but your success story all in one. As you say, God made you naturally smart, but you still went and got the credentials, the different credentials that needed to get in the door, and to come to find out that there was things that your schooling did not teach you, and we know that. So I think schooling is a part of discipline, and it's a part of being obedience, because of course I hold a master's as well, and I hold a bachelor's, and I know it was hard for me not to get in certain doors without the master's, when I saw people that didn't look like me, didn't have the degree, but were able to get the jobs, but were not as qualified as me. And I'm just gonna put it out there just like that. And so I think when you are fulfilling your dreams, your goals, your vision, you have to make sure that you validate you and don't leave that up to anybody else to validate you. I think that's where we listen to others' opinions of ourselves instead of speaking to ourselves what our opinions should be.
I love how you said that. I love how you said that because even as I'm unpacking it right now, I've got the PMP. You and I have the PMP. We got the professional Scrum Master. We got all these things, and then I got to saying, oh, I want another one. I want the certified practitioner and PMO. And I said, hey, look, it's me and 35 others, right? Ain't gonna be but 300 of us in the world with it, but that's okay. I just want to get it to us and say I got it. But then I thought about, say, wait a minute now. I need a return on investment. I need to see how that's gonna bust down my funds. Will my money look good after I get this thing? Now, when I got the PFP, my money on the job did double. It did double for jobs. But then I realized I'm an entrepreneur. What am I doing? So it was fun for me. It was thrilling. I got to practice, do my thing, work with wonderful people, be with great teams, just diverse teams all over the world. I had one guy that was in Amsterdam. He was a real hoot. I mean, I met phenomenal people digitally, obviously. And in that journey, I learned so much. And even when I'm working with you, Lady P, I learned so much. What do you think that people should be putting in the forefront of their mind if they know that change is on the way? What do you think they should be thinking about right
Well, faith over fear. Of course, we can't be fearful
now?
in this season. And so I just believe it's faith over fear. And I know you're saying, well, this is happening. This is what's going on in the government. This is what's happening. But I think that not to sugarcoat or anything like that. I think you have to have your faith over fear. You can't operate in to be scared all the time. And you have to ask yourself, what can I do? Well, how can I build my skill? How can I change my mindset? Am I writing down what I want to see happen in my life? Am I reading books, listening to books because I listen to motivational books every day? Am I reading my Bible if you are a Christian or whatever your faith is that you practice in? Are you praying? I mean, I'm a Christian, so it's Christian based for me. What are you doing for improvement of self improvement, the inner you, so that you can help the community? Because that's what we ultimately want to do is help the community and come together with the skill sets that we all have. So I'd say we operate in faith instead of fear, because a lot of people will operate in fear, and fear for people will help hurt other people.
You're right. You're right.
They
I
will hurt
totally
other
agree with
people because of their fear. And so, in a lot of times with the fear mentality, you want to keep everything to yourself and not help others. And so, we have to get past that. Being fear is like I guess, the ant that stores up for the winter, and whatever the case may be.
that.
We
Right.
don't want to store up we want to be able to operate on a day-to-day basis, moment to moment, just to keep pushing forward.
I keep thinking about a value delivery system. What sort of value will I bring to the teams and the people that I work with? And what sort of value am I going to exchange with my community, with my colleagues like yourself, and with others? And what sort of value can I bring to what they're working on? Because I want to be of value. And that's why I improve my skills so that I can be better, so we can do it together, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We do it better together.
I remember you told me that now is that Pastor Sheikah that said that?
That's Bishop again.
That's Bishop again, Bishop Connie.
It's
See,
Bishop
you
Dr.
gotta
Connie
remind me.
Stewart. Oh, well, now let me tell you, Pastor Chica said, we're striving and abiding. So that means we're
Ooh,
not struggling. So she
we
said, we're no,
striving and
no longer in a
abiding.
struggle zone. So she
Ooh,
said, we're striving and abiding. We're abiding in the word of God. We're striving for what God has for us. So no, and one thing that, we have to remember is, who are you? Do you have your identity? Who are you? And if you don't, it's okay not to know, but let's get to know yourself so that you can say, Is this what I love? Is this what I like? And
So
so,
on the ladder of accountability, we're moving up above the line, working on the accountability posture, right?
yes,
Well,
absolutely.
Lady P, you inspire me continually to do great things. I'm looking forward to what you're doing next and being a part of it. And is there anything that you want to say to our folks as a final parting word?
I just want to say, please do not operate in fear. Continue to move forward no matter what you see or what you hear. We're not going to be blind to everything, but we're going to take accountability and authority over our own lives. And we're going to operate as if everything is well. And once we have that mindset and we shift to know, be successful, even in this toxic environment, we can still be successful because it all starts in your mind. So pivot your mind, shift, shift, shift.
Oh, thank you so much, Lady P. We appreciate you. We're glad that you are here with us today to give us some insight into the ladder of accountability and to also share with us faith over fear,
Yes,
striving and abiding.
yes.
That's the key words you gave us today, faith over fear and striving and abiding. If people want to reach out to you, Lady P, what must they do if they want to meet with you or your team or learn more about what you're doing?
Yes, you can go to my website, www contact at ladypandassociates.com. There is you can schedule a free consultation with me. There you can also send me an email at contactladypandassociates.com. So either way, you can contact me in those ways, and it's scrolling on the bottom of the screen. So thank you for that, Dr. Elwanda.
Absolutely. You are phenomenal. I'm glad that we'll be working together. And your events have been so phenomenal. The one event that always comes to my mind is the Always Be a Lady conference that you have in September. The one last year was tremendous. I networked and met so many fantastic people. Um, just before I close out, I want you to mention that one that you're doing in September so they can know about
Okay,
that upcoming event.
September the 27th. It's a Saturday morning. Say it starts Saturday morning at 9:30. We will have some phenomenal speakers. It is called the LPA Business Summit. And so it is for men and women. All the events that I have, no matter what its title, is for men and women. So everybody is welcome. And so it will be just to empower, encourage, and give you some tools so that you can go on as leaders and in business and ministry, wherever you're leading from. And it's also we got to network at the event. It's become a networking event. Any event that you go to is a networking event if you look at it that way and you be intentional. But that event is $25. It is posted on my website right now. I will have an Eventbrite link coming out soon, but you can go to my website under events and you can see also that information that will be there. So looking forward to seeing you guys at the events this year.
Outstanding. Thank you, Lady P. We look forward to seeing you and we thank you for all you're doing in our community.